Hey guys, Cameron here. Today I'm going to show you the suspension on my Warbonnet Ridge Runner hammock, but you can use this suspension on pretty much any style of hammock. And also I'm going to show you how to tie the Becket Hitch, which is a hardware-free hammock suspension. Makes it pretty simple and really lightweight. So when I say it's hardware-free, basically all we're using is straps and also the cord there. And you can see up at the top of the tree, that's just my strap run through itself and run down to this knot here, which is the Becket Hitch. And specific to my Ridge Runner, took off the hardware that was right there and just ran a continuous loop through it. And that is what connects to the tree strap here. So now I'm going to show you exactly how to tie the Becket Hitch, so you can do your suspension hardware free. All right, so the first step to setting up the suspension is putting your tree strap around the tree. Now this tree strap is sewn and has a loop on one end. The other end is just a end of webbing, and I just run that around the tree, back through itself, and then go ahead and cinch it tight. You don't want it way over here with it pulling on itself all the way back, because that creates a lot of stress on the strap. So try to get it fairly straight as possible. And now our tree strap is on the tree, and we'll come down and connect our hammock to it. All right, so here we have the other end of our tree strap. It's just a loose end, and this right here is the continuous loop coming off of our hammock. And you can use this, like I said, with a gathered end. Your actual hammock would just be right here. This is with the Ridge Runner, so it has these separate lines that go down to the ends of the spreader bars. So all I'm going to do is take this continuous loop, take my tree strap, run it up from underneath my loop, and pull all the excess through. So now I have it coming up through the loop. You will slide however much tension you want on here. You just pull it higher up or lower down your hammock. Now the key to this knot is to have this loop resting on top of the knot. You'll know that you tied it right when this loop is on top of the knot, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So we're going to take what's left of the end of our tree strap, run it around the loop to where we have this little bit on top, take it from underneath the loop, and then pass this back through. So now we have a loop on one end, and we're just going to tighten that up like that. So you end up with just a free loop of webbing suspension. This is running up to the tree. This is the other end of your line, just dangling down below the hammock. And then here is your continuous loop right here. And as you can see, it is on top of the knot. So now you have all the weight of this continuous loop pulling down on top of the knot, and that's really secure. That's not going to come off there. And the thing that's really cool, besides not having any hardware on the suspension, is just how easy it is to undo the knot and adjust if you need to. So all you do there is simply pull this, and it pulls that loop out. Your knot's undone, and you can slide however much more tension you need on it and retie again. So I'm going to go ahead and retie it so you can see it one more time. So we're coming up through the continuous loop. We're going around our hammock suspension, our continuous loop, tucking it back through itself. Pull a little loop into it, so you have, it doesn't matter how much you have on this side. So if you got a big loop, that's fine. And then let it tighten down on top of itself. So now your continuous loop is on top of the knot. That's key. If it's not on top of your knot, you didn't tie something right. One look at the whole suspension setup from the tree to our Becket Hitch. And like I said, this part is specific to the Warbonnet Ridge Runner. You won't necessarily have these other lines coming down here, and depends on what kind of hammock you're using. I'm going to come on down to the other end, and I got the exact same setup on this end. The only reason my continuous loop on the other end is a different color is to mark the head end of my hammock, and then you have your tree strap up on the other end. Well guys, that's my hammock suspension, at least the one that I use on my Ridge Runner. And I really enjoy how simple it is and the fact there's no hardware to mess with. Really easy to adjust and lightweight. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and hopefully if you decide to use the Becket Hitch as your suspension, hopefully it works out for you. Thanks a lot for watching.